This chick was trying to get into a small vehicle, and I want to play the video clip for you. Clip number 24, por favor, Mr. McConnell.
Blanding tells us she was just trying to get to a Detroit Lions watch party this month when her Lyft rolled up.
As I'm walking, I see him like making faces or whatever. I'm like, oh man.
She already knew.
I can fit in this car.
No, believe me, you can.
Yes, I can.
Believe me.
He told her there's not enough room in his car.
The kicker part was when he started to talk about his tires. You know, I feel like that was a slap in the face. That was like my tires, you know, like.
The driver said his tires could not handle her weight.
For every big person you turn down because they can't fit in your car?
Yeah, because they need to order the Uber XL.
You know what? I don't never have to order Uber XL.
He apologized, canceled the ride, and left her there. The rapper says she's pretty tough.
I get the money and flip it and make some food.
Dank DeMoss, as she's known at the mic, is crushed by the whole situation.
I just want them to know, like, it really hurt my feelings.
It looks like Lyft might be hurting pretty soon, too.
I knew it was illegal, and I knew that it was wrong.
Her attorneys, John Marco and Zach Runyon, say weight is a protected characteristic in Michigan by law.
It would be no different than a driver pulling up and saying, you know, I don't want to have black people in my car, or I don't want to have Christians in my car, or Muslims in my car. It's the same. Under the law, it's the same.
The lawsuit is filed. Since she posted the encounter on social media, other full-figured folks have reached out saying the same thing happened to them.
Okay, first off, let me say this. I can't stand when lawyers like that, greasy ambulance chasers, try to marry. It's the same if I said I don't want black people in my. He didn't say he didn't want a black person in his car. His car was too low to the ground. His tire pressure couldn't handle her weight. I mean, obviously, the guy sounded like he was new to the country, in my opinion. Sounded like a foreigner. Sounded like he was probably from the Middle East. I don't know. And they're just used to being absolutely straight up. And I feel bad for. I know it was embarrassing, but the first thing that I would suggest is you don't need to put everything on camera. And also, what are you suing for? And seriously, what are you suing for? I'm sorry. You get into some cars and you're that big, it is going to drop to the floor. His car is already low. Here's the issue. And sadly, this exists, and it's permeated the black community. We've become a society where victimhood is a virtue. We see this all the time, sadly. I mean, I'm thinking beforehand, hey, I'm a big girl. I'm a big dude. You know, when I do fly, I always make sure, my wife makes sure, she gets me like this ANC because I've got a smaller torso, but I got really long legs. All right, so, all right, make sure I'm going to have to pay extra. You're going to have to do that. So she was embarrassed, so she decides to punish Lyft instead of take responsibility for herself, for her weight. I mean, it's nonsense.